Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 12 of Civilization Beyond Earth. Not too sure how well things are going. We do have 3 cities. There's potentially a couple of locations we could use for a 4th. There are a lot of aliens around, so we do have to be careful. We're working towards our affinity, but right now I'm not really too sure which direction things are going to go in. There's a lot of alien units around down here. I want to actually get my explorer to get over here and embark into the water so we can head off to the west and potentially find the other shore, because I'm kind of blocked in here on the east unless I actually go around the coast on this side, and I do know there are quite a few nasty things in the water, so I am trying to be very careful with where I maneuver. Also quite interested to see what that is there. Is that another island? I think we've actually discovered that there is actually more land up here. Or is that just a sea resource? Nope, it's not a sea resource. It is actually fungus in a marsh with miasma. So we're quite close to another island there. The mini-map makes it very, very difficult as well to actually see what is land and what is water, because the contrast is very bad and the colours seem to be reversed. So a little bit annoying, but not the end of the world. So let's carry on into the next turn. Still having some health issues, but also having some energy issues now as well. Yep, lots of aliens around, as expected. No big surprise there. Let's keep moving you guys around as much as possible. Very nice that we've discovered what's going on up there. Let's move back here and camp up. So, Tharbo, you've completed your production. Not sure what it was. Let's go and get that thorium reactor going for the 5 energy, because we certainly need to get back into positive figures there. The Panopticon. Okay, what's a Panopticon? Let's go and have a look at that one. Search for Panopticon defense grid. Okay, that's not the one that I was working towards, is it? I'm working Swarm Robotics. He's gone for this one. So that gives all of his military units +1 sight and gives him +1 culture. Okay, fair enough. Well, that's not something that I'm too worried about right now. We do get to develop another virtue, though. So where do we spend this? We could put it in industry, which would then give us plus 10% energy in all cities. That is actually really, really tempting to do. And then we could spend another couple of points in tier 1, because that would give us plus 10% production in the capital and plus 10% energy in the capital. So do we actually spend anything here? Plus 10% production towards wonders. +1 energy from every basic resource. Yes, I think that's going to be important. We're currently on -4. So, is there anything up here that's better? Earn 1% of stockpiled energy amount every turn. Which is great, but it means I'm only going to be gaining about 0.8 per turn, which isn't going to help me at the moment, because I'm still going to be losing. We could go for trade routes, grant +6... and oh, wow. Trade routes with stations grant +6 energy per station tier. That is going to be immense, and as much as I'd love to spend the point in here, I think that is just well worth grabbing. That's now put us up to 0. Okay, so what tier is this station actually? Currently tier 3 in its max. I'm not sure why it's not showing us exactly how much we're getting there. It doesn't seem right. I have to keep my eye on that one. So, what have we got? You guys with aliens nearby, which is very, very annoying. Again, they shouldn't be too hostile to us because we're not near the nest. And as long as you're not near the nest, they normally leave you alone. Unfortunately, the sea-based aliens aren't quite so forgiving. Yep, so leave me alone. Nothing to see here. I'm embarking in the water. Probably going to get wiped out. That's fine. Trade convoy. So, yes, look at that. We can go to Lalibela, and that will give us an amazing 19 energy per turn. Or we can continue to feed Ion. I think we're going to continue to feed Ion. We can always build another trade route. In fact, we've probably got several anyway. Let's go on to the next turn. I'm not quite sure we're getting as much energy as it says we are. Not sure if that's reporting correctly. You guys are probably just going to get completely destroyed, but I'll do my best to keep you alive. We've produced something over here. Again, absolutely no clue what it was. So, 10% production for land units, not too bothered about. Science and culture. Yep, let's go ahead and get that. Quest decision. Occupational hazard. Our research shows these aliens can not only be trained to perform complex tasks, but can even show affection. How will this information affect our future relationship with these creatures? Should we put them to work on our farms or give them peaceful homes with families? So we can either adopt wildlife, which will give us points towards harmony, or we can train them for labour, which gives us points towards supremacy. So whenever you see this symbol, this is basically an affinity based quest decision. Obviously we want to go for harmony, so let's go ahead and do that.
The best lesson the raptor can teach you is to be grateful for the prey that sustains you. The worst lesson it can teach you is a practical demonstration of that point.
So we've gained 16 affinity towards harmony, and we've instantly gained 60 culture. And this is another thing Marbazir was going on about. He didn't say anything about that on the tooltip. So that's good. We've now got to a new level. Now it's telling me the same thing again. So that's harmony level 4. Don't really get anything specifically for level 4, although there are some unit upgrades available. So we can now upgrade missile rovers to artillery. We never actually built missile rovers, but we can either get plus 30% when attacking cities or plus 20% against land units. Well, let's be honest, the thing that you're usually going to use artillery for is for attacking cities, so we are definitely going to go in for the extra damage against cities. And that means if we do want to try and take somebody out, we're going to have a relatively good artillery unit that we can use. Let's all go on to the next turn. Still minus 4 energy.
Is yours for a price.
You do have to be careful here because it's very, very difficult, if not impossible, to actually tell which sponsors have not declarations of friendship, but cooperation agreements, or have denounced each other. So you do have to take a little bit of a gamble sometimes. You guys move so slowly and everything's going to be so bad for you, but at least we found another landmass over there. We may be okay. Worker, you've actually got that Xeno mass hooked up, which is probably not helping the money situation. Do we really want to remove all of that miasma? How close are we to getting the heal from miasma? 6. We're still a couple of affinities off. Is there anything useful we can actually do with this worker? It's not recommending anything. What about over here? Could we go and build a manufactory here? Possibly, potentially. This worker has finished this Xenomass extractor. What about over here? Or even the float stone. Well, probably can't get the float stone, actually. Let's go on to the next turn. Yeah, we probably don't have the technology to actually get the float stone. Or maybe we do. It actually gives us quite a bit of energy if we can get that. You guys get up onto land. And you can have a bit of an explore. You guys have finished producing something again. What would we like here? Autoplant would be good for the production. Isn't really anything that's going to give us any sort of positive health. Let's go ahead and get the network. Unit needs orders. This worker, you are going to... Yeah, you can build a manufactory here. Would give the tile plus 2 production. Well, we'll actually give it plus 3 production and plus 1 food. Would cost us some health, which we don't really have. But having a manufactory could be very, very useful. I'm tempted to say let's just leave it for now. I really, really don't want to do that. Let's move this worker over here and start to get some of these other tiles improved over here. Because we do only have a couple of workers, and they are quite slow. We haven't even began to make any improvements over here in Thabo. Okay, we found some aliens. Is that actually the same landmass? It is. We're actually on the same piece of land. So we're going to have to head back down. We can heal up on this tile and then we can head off to the west again. What do we have? A unit needs orders. We've got this worker. This worker can create a paddock. That'll give us plus 1 production and plus 1 culture. So that's not a bad thing. You don't have the technology required to get the float stone, as I expected. So let's go over here and build a plantation. Make it another nice food tile. Not that food is great. We're actually already unhappy. So we're now getting that minus 10% science and minus 10% culture. So that bites. Quite a few turns off getting another virtue. 27 turns at the moment. Of course, that 10% penalty isn't helping that much. Okay, you guys, go back down here, get away from the aliens, just in case. Not that I'm paranoid or anything. I'm just a little bit paranoid. So, some of the AI turns are taking a little bit of time to process now. See, we've got some aliens coming close. I think we should be safe. Is that ourselves? Someone has completed the transcendental equation. I think that's actually ourself. Yeah, that's us. Couldn't remember what our name was there. So we've actually completed that, which is good. We now get to choose a new production. So what are we going to go for? We could go for a Xeno fuel plant. Now, most things... we still have this problem with health, but I don't have anything to actually help with that at the moment. A Xeno fuel plant will give me +3 energy. It will give me +1 energy from Xeno mass and +2 trader slots. Let's go ahead and get that up and running. I think that's very, very important for us. You're going to heal up for a turn or two, just so you're back at full health. Let's get on to the next turn. So I think we're probably... one step towards the contact victory now. Be quite interesting to see if that's the case. If we go and have a look at our quests and victories and look at the victories. Contact. No, well, one of 2 pieces complete. We still need to discover the signal. And we're not really close to doing anything else at this point. Okay, fine. Well, we'll keep it at that. Not a lot else that we can do on this turn. 4 turns away from Swarm Robotics. That's going to give us some more points towards our Harmony affinity. And we'll be able to build the drone sphere, assuming that nobody else has already built it. I don't think anyone has. But again, it's very, very difficult to check if somebody else has built a wonder. There's no real way of telling. Not that we've been able to find. So, what are we going to build over here? What would help? I guess we could build a Xeno fuel plant over here. Let's get the energy up. If we can't get happiness up, we might as well get energy up. I've just given up calling it health. So, you want me to give you 3 Xenomass in exchange for 1 favour. Can I edit this? No. So I can't actually edit the offer at all. Okay, well, let's accept it and let's gain a favour. You want me to go to war with her. No interest in this arrangement. Cooperation has expired with Kavitha. I'm sure she'll come back to us and get that one up and running again. Still have a fair bit of Xenomass to go around. And let's not forget, of course, we haven't actually got this Xenomass connected up yet either, so that's going to be quite useful for us. We really need to get our workers up at this city, because this city is going to give us an awful lot of nice stuff, providing that we can actually go and upgrade these tiles. It's not really growing at the moment, which is probably a good thing, because of the happiness, the health issues. So let's go on to the next turn. I think I'll definitely be sending this worker up. Yep, let us work together. So you can actually see up there what sort of agreements that you have. Oh no, it does actually say who she has the cooperation agreements with on this screen. But it's only on this screen where you can actually see that. So most people are still friendly with each other, so it's not terrible at the moment. Yeah, everyone's friendly with everyone, and it's fantastic. So let's continue to move you across and hope and pray that you get there in one piece. We do have a quest decision, which we'll deal with in a minute. We have this worker. Let's start moving you up here. Now, the question is, if I actually... Well, I've got miasma there that I need to clear. I'm trying to make a clear path up to Thabo from one of my cities. Though we've got a sea trade route there now, so I suppose technically we don't need that. We could certainly build another trade convoy. We've definitely got room for one somewhere, I believe. We should probably do that, but before we do, let's go for the Xeno nursery. Quest decision. Our engineers have completed work on the Xeno fuel plant. Soon our people will no longer be dependent on the harmful fossil fuels of the past. This planet holds numerous options for powering our civilization, though each comes with its own perils. Which shall we choose to fuel our future? The adequate yet abundant miasma, or the powerful yet limited Xenomass? So we could harvest miasma, which would give us an immediate 1000 energy, or we could harvest the Xenomass, which would give us +3 energy and +2 production from the wells. Well, as much as 1000 energy is nice, I think we're actually going to go for the Xenomass. So we won't get the instant gratification there, but the Xenomass wells, look at that now. This tile is actually giving us 5 food, 2 production, and 4 energy, which is nice because they actually have maintenance of 2 energy, so it's actually now giving us a net gain as opposed to costing us energy, which is nice. Still not helping with the health issue though. Unit needs orders. We have this worker over here. I would like you to actually go and clear the miasma on that tile. It might seem a little bit pointless, but I want you to do it. And then we'll see if we can actually get... Well, no, we won't be able to get a trade route. We'll do something. We will work something out with a trade route through here. We can get one going from Ian, so... you're insulting me again, are you? Does anybody like you? You haven't been in any incidents that have shaped your relationship. So, why don't you like me? Are you just generally deciding to be an arse? For no particular reason whatsoever. Are you the Napoleon of this game?
There are several ways to guide your civilization to mankind's next epoch and win the game. Check your quests log for victory quests.
So, we have researched a new technology, swarm robotics, and that gives us a little bit more towards our harmony affinity, and it gives us the ability to build the drone sphere as well. Unlocks the drone sphere required to complete the Transcendence Victory. Okay.
You only have to look at the ecosystems outside to get a masterclass in power systems, combat tactics, engineering, applied genetics, interpersonal relationships, and love.
One thing that I'm not sure about is how to tell the difference between what would be a national wonder and what would be a sort of a world wonder. I haven't worked that one out yet. So we've unlocked new unit upgrades. Our gunboats can get upgraded to cruisers. That will be really nice. We can either give them plus 20% against land units or plus 20% against sea units. That's actually quite a difficult choice because we already know that the sea units are quite tough. I mean, it's going to give us +1 movement and +8 ranged strength anyway. So do I really want to use these for bombarding land units, or do I want them for sea units? I think probably sea units would be better, especially at this point in the game, because we have been having a little bit of trouble with those wormy type things, whatever they are. So I think we're going to go in and we're going to have the plus 20% against sea units, and that gives us the cruisers, which is really nice. So we should be able to see those instantly. Yep, we now have cruisers. We've got a couple of them. We get to choose a new science. Is there anything... But before we actually choose the science, let's just have a look at the quest log and see what we've got here. Perform, extract, operative, covert, operation. Right, we don't think we need to do that just yet. Leadfoot soldier. Build one Xeno sanctuary. Right, we need to build a Xeno sanctuary. And we're working towards the Transcendence Victory, I think. So, Xeno Sanctuary. How do we build one of those? What technology do we need to get one? So, Xeno Sanctuary is alien ethics, which is actually the purity affinity, which is really weird. Now, it would cost 1 Xenomass, 1 maintenance, gives us 4 culture. Adds 1 point per turn to the Transcendence Victory progress. Well, I guess it's something that we have to get then. 24 turns away is quite significant. But let's go ahead and see if we can do that anyway. So you certainly need to get a certain number of points before you can do anything. Alien Sanctuary, Xeno Sanctuary. Mind Stem adds 1 point per turn to the Transcendence Victory progress. And the Xenodrome provides a free Xeno Sanctuary in the city in which it was built. So maybe rushing here is not too much of a bad thing, because that would allow us to get the a free Xeno Sanctuary. However, it does require geothermal, so let's go into geophysics first and then into alien ethics. Let's do it that way around. Choose production over here. What are you going to produce? What could you use most? Trade depot wouldn't be a bad idea. A recycler wouldn't be a bad idea either. Let's go and get the recycler. We also need to get some health buildings up and running, because that's still causing us a major problem. I'd like you to clear the miasma. I'd like you to probably go up and improve that tile. You're still working your way very, very dangerously across the sea. Could have given him an escort, but where's the fun in that? You want mutual open borders? Yep, we can go for that. You also want mutual open borders? Yep, let's keep that going. So at least once we get geophysics, we will be able to find and build the geothermal wells, providing we have the resource around anywhere. We should probably start heading north, although there's a lot of alien nests up here, so maybe just heading directly north towards alien nests isn't such a good idea. Maybe we'll just head north towards the state. What I'm tempted to do, actually... No. I was going to say let's just leave that guy on automated, but I have no idea how derpy the AI is for automated exploration units in this game. I've got a feeling, especially because there's far more aliens than there is barbarians in Civ 5.
Pardon me, I may be able to assist you.
So, we fled Earth because it was getting worse faster than we could fix it. So, we've actually gained level 1 in Supremacy for some reason. Explorer units can build an additional expedition. I'm not sure why we got that. There are covert agents in the field which are currently idle. Assign them to do covert operations. Okay, so what happened here? Tech stolen. We stole a tech, but our agent has been detected, which basically means they weren't identified. So they will have known that somebody stole from them, but they won't necessarily know who it was that stole from them. This place now has 4 citizens. Can we upgrade you to work some better tiles? There aren't really that many better tiles you can work, to be honest, so we will leave you at that. What are we going to do with this operative? Because we could choose another operation here. We could just try and steal some more energy. We could just try and steal some more science. We could recruit defectors. We could hack satellites, but they may not have any. I think we'll just go in for stealing some science at this point. We can do that again. That's not a problem at all. We have a free recruit here. Oh, you're in headquarters, I think. What are you doing? So there's a little bit of intrigue in Liqueur, so somebody's been spying on those guys. Yeah, you are at HQ, so you can just stay there at HQ. That's fine. You're actually providing a little bit of a benefit. Quests updated. We've got a quest decision. Let's just click it there. It makes it easier. So this planet is geologically quite different from Earth in many ways. Its natural effects are far more damaging than we anticipated. Luckily, the new observatory will give us a chance to learn more about our planet and bend that knowledge towards our favour. The question is, where should we direct our gaze? Towards the invisible neutrinos and waves swirling unseen around us, or towards the celestial heavens which are still unfamiliar to our eyes? So basically, we can either get +2 city strength from observatories or +2 naval unit movement. I'm going to go for the naval unit movement. We haven't really had our cities attacked, so no real bother in doing that right now. You are going to build a mine. That'll give us +1 food, +1 production, +1 science on a tile that already gives us 1 of each of those anyway, so that is fantastic. You, what am I going to do with you? I'm just going to... Oh, God, I've run into a Kraken. That is a bad thing. Hopefully he's sleepy and he's not going to just come along and chomp us. If he comes along and chomps us, that's not going to be good. We'll see what happens. Oh, we've got people declaring war on people again. Please don't chomp me. No, he's gone away from me. That's good. Thalbo is currently actually starving. That is a bit problematic. We definitely need to get food. What I probably should do, and I've got the energy to do this, is just go in here and buy this fruit tile, and then we can actually get that upgraded, and I think that will actually help. Production over here, I think what we're going to do is get ourselves a Do we have a spare trade convoy? Before I go ahead and build one, let's just double check. Military overview, trade convoy. We do have a sleeping trade convoy. Let's wake you up. And you are actually here. Can you trade to Thabo? Yes, you can. Yeah, might as well go there and help them because they've literally got no food and they are starving, which is really bad. What do we want to build over here? We could get that Xeno nursery, get a little bit more science. It's not a bad idea. I think if we're going to build the drone sphere anywhere, we're going to build it in the capital. Unit needs orders. That worker has cleared that miasma. I guess you could go over there and... In fact, you're just going to go straight over there and start working on the fruit there. I've got another unit that needs orders. This trade vessel, where are you trading to? Alright, so now you can no longer trade to Thabo. So you can't have a trade unit route between multiple cities. That's a bit annoying, because it now means I've just basically crippled where this ship can trade to. That's stupid. I guess the question is there a coastal city up here that we could potentially trade with? We have a massive amount of naval movement now. So let's go and have a look. You're just going to have to sit out for a turn. And, yeah, we're not doing too great at the moment. But I think I'm going to call that the end of the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization Beyond Earth. And I'll see you on the next video. So until then, goodbye for now.